All right, so a couple of guys were conversating about making a battery for the BlackMagic Pocket Cinema Camera. Now, I made one using a battery plate because to me it looked cleaner, and I was able to mount the battery plate, and it looked fine. But to simplify things, you can actually use any 12-volt battery source. Now, here we have the Seaport Digital 27K battery, we have the Anchor battery, we have a CCTV battery. All of these offer 12-volt output, so you can actually use any of these. I didn't want to go this route because it is a little bit harder to mount these things to the camera unless you have some sort of Velcro or some sort of clamp, or it just becomes awkward. So the battery plate for me just looked a little better. But these are very, very, very inexpensive. These maybe run around $15 sometimes, so you can get started powering up your Pocket Cinema camera using this 12-volt battery. Now, all you're going to need is a cable like this. Now, this one comes directly off of eBay. I'll have a link to this, and this one is set up correctly for it because it has leads already set up. You have your power and negative leads already set up here because the polarity has a positive in and negative out, and that's what you want to make sure you have is the correct polarity. So this cable works perfectly. I'll send you a link to this one, and then all you'll need after that is an adapter like this. This one is a very, very common adapter, and there's no soldering involved. So let me put this together and show you how it fits on any of these batteries. All you have to do is make sure you line up the polarity, and there are some icons here, negative and positive. Make sure you're putting the wires in the correct place, and then all you have to do is screw this down just to pinch the cable in place, and you have yourself a proper battery cable that will work across many, many different types of batteries that will power your Pocket Cinema camera. So let's test this out on these batteries and show you what it looks like. Alright, so now that the battery cable is set up, let's take a look. Here we have an output on this Seaport Digital battery. You see how it connects perfectly in there. This Anchor battery connects to the output over here, and then also on the CCTV battery connects to the output over there. So very, very common. You'll find a lot of batteries on the market. As long as they're 12 volt or offer some type of 12 volt, you'll be able to power your Pocket Cinema camera. Actually, as a matter of fact, anything between 12 volt to 20 volts is said to be able to power this Pocket Cinema camera. That comes off of one of the websites that lists the specs of the input here. Anything between 12 and 20 volts. So to show you, here's a 12 volt battery. Let's power this on. Now if you look, I don't know if it's going to focus, but there's no charging icon here on the battery. But as soon as we plug this in, you'll notice that there's a charging icon now. So that's operating at 12 volts here. Now if you get a battery like the Anchor here, this one has both a 9 volt and 12 volt switch. So make sure you have it switched properly to the 12 volt when you're using it. If you're at 9 volt, it's not going to do any harm. It just is not going to be very effective. Over here we have the Seaport Digital up to 24 volt output, but we're going to use here the 16 volt output. Make sure we have this on 16 volts. Let's hold this down for 3 seconds. Actually, now we are set to 16. Still, if we were at 19, we'd be fine as well. So let's plug this into the 16 volt output here. Again, no charging indicator on the battery. Plug this guy in, and now you see a charging indicator on the battery here. So 16 volt output, or up to 20 volts, should be fine on the Pocket Cinema camera. And these do make it a little more difficult to mount to places, but for small batteries like this, which is the CCTV battery, which is about 15 bucks, you could get cell phone clips like this. Now these are designed to put a smartphone in here, and then it has a tripod mount. Now these guys will actually fit on this end as well to hold the battery in place, and then you can tripod mount it somehow if you want to just power your Pocket Cinema camera. But that's it. That's a quick look. 2 little pieces right here, no soldering required. Just purchase them online and you're ready to go. I'll have the links to each one of these little pieces at the blog cheesycam.com.